What's up, Shawn?
Good. Hey.
Shawn, so much has been said about this fight and why it didn't happen. It's finally here. Has Keith given you any answers as to why it took, or anybody giving you answers?
No, you know what? Honestly, a lot of things are going on. You're hearing, just being postponed, all that kind of stuff. And in your mind, you have questions for the guys. Why are we fighting here? Why are we waiting this long or that long? What's going on? As soon as I seen Keith, it's just let's fight. It's not about me getting on him about why he took so long or anything. And then we faced off, and I'm like, oh, I need this. You know what I mean? So I'm here today, man, just out of pure excitement for the opportunity that's going to come March 12th on CBS. We're going to be the biggest fight on CBS in a very, very, very long time. As Steven Espinoza said it, and I'm just humbly honored to be a part of that.
Did you see something in the Thurman's last fight that you think you can take advantage of?
I think we all saw a few things in that fight, but there's a few things in every fight. But I think that one in particular we saw. The body shots. Collazo also had him off balance a little bit as well. So a lot of film to look at.
Shawn, when you look at the next 10 years of your career, is there a fighter that's influenced you? Say, I want my career to be like that. And then also, is there someone in your life saying that's the kind of person, that's the kind of man I want to be?
Yes. I actually was fortunate enough to spar with Shane Mosley today. And and he puts he does what professional athletes do, especially at his age, where he's able to just use little tricks, little nuances that you're not familiar with or you're just not used to. And I mean, getting out of the ring, I'm sitting on the ring and he's talking to me, and I'm looking at him thinking, that's where I want to be one day. I want to be in that position where I'm able to, talk to another fighter, a young up-and-coming fighter, a young champion, and he's looking at me like I'm listening to the man. You know what I mean? Marvin Hagler. That's. I want this fight to kind of be something to establish, myself as something that Marvin Hagler did. Marvin Hagler was able to beat the best. I want to be able to beat the best and be put in that category where you talk about Sugar Shane Mosley, Marvin Hagler, Sugar Shane Mosley, Sugar Ray Robinson is what I meant, and then you go on down, and then eventually you do get to Shawn Porter.
Hey, you dominated.
1 second. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You dominated Broner for 11 rounds, and then the 12th he knocked you down. What happened?
I fell asleep. I didn't listen to the corner. That fight is just a complete 360. If I actually do what the corner asked me to do. I did listen, I just didn't do what the corner asked me to do. And so for about 8 seconds, that's what it took for me to realize that, they're here for a reason. So
did it shock you?
It in the moment, it surprised me. I didn't really know. I remember I got hit and I'm falling down thinking I'm falling down. I sit down, I'm down, and I look at my dad like, did you see that? And he said, get up and fight. What else was I gonna do? But that's just a pivotal moment for me in my life. Not just in that fight, but definitely in my life.
The Broner fight opened a lot of.
Go ahead, speak.
What are you going to focus on in training camp this time? What do you?
It's everything. We focus on everything. I think for Keith in particular, we're going to work on it all. We're going to have guys coming in here to move against me and make me chase them and cut off the ring and get to the body and slow them down. We're going to work on counter punching and boxing from the outside, getting better on the inside, not keeping the head in the middle, watching out for the headbutts, top to bottom. We'll be working on it.
Thought it was going to be a good fight.
Yes, ma'am. Always is.
Should you turn the page on Keith Thurman? Should you turn that page? Kell Brook is still out there. That in the back of your mind, and there's another welterweight out there.
I really wouldn't say that Kell Brook is in the back of my mind. I would say that if that fight happens for me again, I would absolutely love that fight to happen again. If not, I will keep it moving. It's been 2 years now since that fight, so it's a fight that other than the media, no one really talks about. He doesn't talk about it, and we know that he's not going to talk about it, so we don't entertain it.
There's another champion out there, Timothy Bradley. What are your thoughts about him?
He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. He's the epitome of a fighter. He has the heart of a lion. He comes forward. He comes to bring it. He has a new trainer, so he's doing some new things. And I would love to fight Tim Bradley.
Keith, you're sorry. I'm so sorry. Shawn, I'm sorry. We read your tweets on Twitter. You're very eager to fight Keith. Why was there a part of you that said this fight may not happen? Did you have a plan B for your next fight?
No, we didn't really have a plan B. This was just the plan. You know, coming off of our fight against Adrien Broner, we didn't really know what direction we were going to move in. Then we were told Keith was going to be that direction, so that's what we put our focus on. I think Keith is a guy that you just don't turn away from. You don't turn away from that opportunity. You don't turn away from that athlete. You know what I mean? So, and what I mean by that is, you know, if for some reason, you know, you do take your focus off of him, and then that fight comes, something could be missing, you know. So we continue to, you know, stay focused on him, and actually, you know, I was, you know, we were saying a lot of things in the tweet and in the media, you know, just trying to push the fight, and eventually I just got to a point where I say, you know what, I'm not gonna do any more tweets about this fight. I'm just gonna keep it positive, inspirational. This fight will come, you know, and God takes care of me. This fight is coming March 12th.
I asked both of you about the amateur fight with your amateur background with him and Keith. And
what about it?
When you fought him in the amateur?
Yeah, no, we never fought Keith. Yeah, well, I was 165, he was 152 when we were coming out of the Olympic program. And I mean, along the way, I just remember a ponytail knocking guys down.
Will this be your toughest fight, do you think?
I think so. I think so.
Shawn, what did you take away from that face-off? Because you guys both had those crazy looks in your eyes.
He looks like he's ready. I'm glad he is. I'm glad he is.
The Broner fight opened so many doors for you because it puts you out to a bigger audience. You got her. Is this fight a win here bigger than the Broner fight?
I kind of feel like that Adrien Broner fight in some ways closed some doors, man.
Really?
It was hard to make this fight, and we didn't know if there was any other fight we could make, you know. So it's gonna come, you know. The publicity, the interaction with, you know, the common folk that know me now, that didn't, all that's gonna come. It's gonna continue to come. This is a fight where I don't even focus on that. I focus number one on beating Keith, and you know, just like Steven Espinoza said, becoming that number one fighter in the top division in the world.
What does it mean to you to be on network TV?
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear him talking about that fight, Muhammad Ali and Michael Spinks, and to know that you're following up something like that is very awesome. I didn't know that until he spoke on it. I mean, I understand that CBS, it's CBS. I know the pedigree that CBS has, but in the boxing world, I did not know what Steven had said earlier. So I was like, you know, when he said that, I said, yes, you know, this is what we want. This is what we should want.